Hello, Renee Flamond here. When it comes to the devaluation process, a lot of us victims very often come up with the line of, well, why do they have to behave that way? Why can't they just do this? Why can't they just act this way? Why do they do that? Why can't they just behave in a nice way? Well, they're not you, they're not us, and they're narcissists. That's why. It is a process they have to do. They must do. See, we have to remember, in order for the narcissist to feel better about themselves, they have to make you feel bad about yourself. It's a direct correlation. It inflates them to make you feel bad. Picture yourselves on a scale with the narcissist. So if they make you feel bad, so say this is you. My right hand is you. Okay, so this is you. So they make you feel bad. The scale goes like this, just like any scale. They put rocks on you, dirt, they throw mud at you, you weigh down. They're up here. Now you might say, well, that's not right. Well, no kidding. They're dysfunctional. And there are reasons that making you feel down makes them feel better. Okay? They're never going to be on a high with us, at least not for very long. Because it was also evident to me, now that I look back, but it was also evident to me when I started to learning it, looking back in. Every single time there was a good thing, it was followed by a bad thing. So I want you to pay proper mind to that and just do a quick in your own relationship. Yeah, she's right. Maybe that's the case with you. Maybe you identify with that. But there was always very, very dramatic torture after a wonderful night. Wasn't good enough. Now he has to complain about something in the night, or pick a fight with you over something, or keep you up all night arguing after you've had 8 hours of wonderful good times with friends just now out on the town. Whatever it is, the torture happens because they know you are going to see the bad in them anyway. So it's like a self-sabotaging. They show it to you, the bad, in order to expedite the process and inevitable demolishing of any good anything. Eventually, the relationship itself. Much of the research that I've looked at shows that they know when they find you that it's not going to last. No matter what they say to you. Deep down inside, they know it's going to blow up. So they'll try to blow it up to save themselves from being found out, to save you from discarding them, because they know deep down inside you're going to see them. So they try to cut it off at the pass. Now, why they are so sure that that's not going to result in a breakup when they do these things that's still a mystery to me. Because they don't know about trauma bonding, that we're in it because we're trauma bonded, or we're in it because we're waiting for the love bombing to come back. They don't know all this research. So what are they thinking when they're devaluing us? I don't really think that in the forefront of their mind they're thinking anything. I don't think they're aware of why they're doing it. They got angry at something. They feel they want to put you down to make themselves feel better. Maybe the night went too well and you got more laughs than they did, or it could be anything. But they're going to devalue you because they have to feel better about themselves. See, remember, the narcissism is a tool they developed to deal with their worthless vision of themselves. So the narcissism is a tool. So they go through life, they've been loving and wrecking all of their lives. So you think to yourself, well, wow, so they've never had a help. No. The last healthy relationship any narcissist might have was maybe in kindergarten when they had a crush on Sally Mae. Whatever childhood trauma messed them up, since then, they have not had a healthy, intimate relationship with anybody. I promise you. I promise you. That is irrefutable, 100%, across the board. Every video, anything I've read, anyone I've talked to, that's a standard truth. So, you're now in their web. They need to and do see themselves through the eyes of the person that they are love bombing. So I want you to hear this, okay? So they're love bombing you, and you're looking at them like, oh, I just love them so much. They're perfect. They're seeing themselves how they've made you see them. So right now they see themselves through your eyes. That's why they seek it out constantly and new. One person would never be enough, because then it gets too real. Because you do end up seeing them for what they are. Even if it's not full-blown narcissism that you catch on to, the honeymoon phase always ends in a relationship. And you start to argue. And you start to see people for who they are. Even if the narcissist mask stays on in your mind and you never learn about narcissism, you're going to start arguing and pointing things out to each other. That's a normal pattern of any relationship. Narcissist can't handle that. Because now he's going to see himself, or she is going to see herself, whichever your pronoun is, as how you're seeing them. So if you start to see them as flawed, oh my God. I'm sorry, Minnie just jumped. Oh my God. Now they're going to start to see themselves through your eyes as flawed. Narcissists can't handle that. They don't want to know they have flaws. That's one of their biggest fears, is to find out that they're flawed, ordinary, regular. That is a huge fear of the narcissist. So if you come at them with starting to argue, and it's 6 months in, the honeymoon phase is over, when they see that your vision of them is changing, you're done. Do I mean they'll break up with you? No. You're done. Love bombing is going to stop, and devaluing is going to start. That's what I mean by you're done. Because now that they see that you see some negative things in them, they got to bring you down on that scale. Put you in your place. Make themselves feel better. So they're going to transfer the negativity they've now internalized by you bringing up something, having an argument, having an opinion, God for freaking bid, whatever it is. They're going to now have to take that out of them and put it onto you, so that you're going to feel bad, of course, but it's going to make them feel better. Well, that's dysfunctional. Well, yes, it's a disorder. It's very dysfunctional. Now, on the opposite, being a codependent, if I ever made somebody feel bad, that's going to make that, if I made somebody feel bad, I'm going to feel worse. You see the difference? So a narcissist makes you feel bad, they feel better. Codependent, empath, I got all those dysfunctions on that side. So if I ever hurt someone's feelings, I'm going to be way lower than they are, and I'm going to apologize for 58,000 years until that person feels better. You see the difference? So they can't look at themselves or be expected to see the flaws that you now do see because of this or that happened. So they seek anew. So they're going to go out and seek anew, and that's one of the reasons they seek anew. Because now they can love bomb a fresh new person, hide any flaws from them, and they're going to see them as this godlike figure that they try to portray. It's a special kind of hell loop, if you ask me. I don't know how they do it. And I don't know how they don't see it. I'm fascinated that they don't see the pattern of their own life. And what do they tell themselves about the pattern of their life? Do they just sell it as, oh, well, I'm just somebody who's free and wild and I'm a player, and I don't know what they tell themselves. I've tried to get the answers for you from mine. And once in a while, he might answer with, well, I don't know, because I'm a jerk, or I don't know, I messed up, or I don't know. They can't even think about why they're doing it themselves. And that's the special kind of hell loop that I'm talking about. Because can you imagine going through life? I look back on my life and I can pretty much rationalize every decision I've ever made, even the bad ones. And I can now say, oh my God, I'm older. I wish I knew better. That was a wrong decision, or that was bad, or oh my God, how did I behave that way? Or what did I do that for in my 20s? And blah, 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 blah. Narcissist doesn't have that introspective scope where he can judge their actions and say, ooh, that wasn't the best way to behave. They don't do that. They don't look back. They love everything that they do, and they think they're fine. So I'm still wondering, the mystery of that is still open to me as to why that is. Like, why is it that they don't recognize what they're doing to people? I can't explain that. But the reason they devalue you is that they must devalue you to make them, to make themselves feel better. It has nothing to do with you. You didn't really do anything wrong. They're just saying that you did to help themselves feel better about their situation at that moment. So that's why they must devalue you, to make themselves feel better. So chin up. It has nothing to do with us. I promise. I wicked promise. Chin up.